Well, look who made their way into Bandshell Park tonight. Good evening, everyone. And you brought a whole bunch of folks with you. Makes it even better. How are we doing here this evening? Give yourselves a big round of applause. So wonderful to see all of you here with us this evening. You know, it threatened to rain at a couple of points today, didn't it? But we just have that great thing going with the weather here. It's actually not too bad here tonight. A little bit of a breeze going. Summer is finally arriving in Ames, as everybody is saying. But, you know, we've had summer going for a while on Thursday nights here in Bandshell Park. Am I right? With the Ames Municipal Band. I'm John Burnett-Larkins. As always, a fantastic lineup of music for you here tonight. Some traditional favorites, some new selections as well. And boy, some fantastic stuff getting us underway here this evening. How about it for the Boone Big Band, our pre-concert entertainment? Yeah. They were playing when I was setting up the radio stuff over there, and I heard some fantastic stuff coming out from this stage here. Some great solo work. Sounded really good. You know, we have our own big band on this stage every Thursday evening right here. They're here ready to go tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the members of your Ames Municipal Band. And how about a big round of applause for the director of the Ames Municipal Band, Dr. Mike Golemo. And we are welcoming a new guest vocalist who will be bringing music from one of the great stage productions coming up in just a little bit, and a French opera selection as well. We think you will really, really love this man's voice. Right now, let's welcome him onto the stage here this evening. Help us get things underway. Here is Chad Sonka. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats. As always, service members and veterans, you may perform a service salute at your discretion. Join Chad Sonka and the band for our national anthem.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
That was called the Pentland Hills March, a collection of Scottish airs called Lass o' Gowrie, John Anderson, My Joe, and The Rowan Tree. It was created in 1955 by Captain James Howe. He served as the director of music for the Royal Scots Guards for many years. Pentland Hills, a geographic feature found just southwest of Edinburgh. Some of my earliest memories of music on the radio when I was a child came from the band we're going to showcase next, the Tijuana Brass. Led by Herb Alpert. In its early days, the Tijuana Brass was actually just Alpert on tracks that he created in his own garage recording studio. There really wasn't a Tijuana Brass at first, but his first success was The Lonely Bull, which you'll be hearing in this compilation. He assembled an actual band in 1964, and they employed choreography and comedy routines during their concerts with writing help from actor Bill Dana. Back in those days, you might remember he was better known as Jose Jimenez. And by the way, the classic album cover to Whipped Cream and Other Delights, people still remember that and talk about that today. The model was wearing a white towel, and she was adorned with shaving cream because whipped cream melts under lights. A little bit of trivia there from your Uncle John. Herb Alpert even sang for us on This Guy's in Love with You. Not real well, but he sang, and it still became a big hit in 1968, written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. And of course, Alpert also became one of the founders of A&M Records. He is the A in A&M. Tonight, this collection includes Spanish Flea, Whipped Cream, The Lonely Bull, and the Tijuana Taxi. This is the Tijuana Brass in concert. I wondered, and yep, they managed to come up with a replication of the horn for Tijuana Taxi back in the percussion section. Way to go back there. All right. A brand new selection for the band. Now it's a composition by Yosuke Fukuda. Fukuda was born in Tokyo in 1975. He taught himself composing and arranging while he was in junior high school. He began producing music for theater, dance, movies, and television. Today he conducts lectures and composes for wind band. This selection is called Sakura Song. The sakura, the famous cherry blossoms of Japan, and this selection honors the importance of their blooming each spring, the importance in Japanese culture. This selection well known in Japan, but not very well known in the United States, and we are very happy to help make all of you here this evening aware of it. This is Sakura Song. It is time now to welcome our guest vocalist back on stage for his solo numbers this evening. Please, once again, a big round of applause for Chad Sonka. Chad is a very well-known baritone vocalist. He's performed many operatic roles in just a few short years. He has performed the roles of Don Quixote and Man of La Mancha with the Cedar Rapids Opera Theater. He has also appeared in Carmen with that same ensemble. He's appeared in Faust and has been an apprentice artist in the Central City, Colorado Opera. He's a featured bass soloist with the Cedar Rapids Concert Chorale. He's also a voice teacher and has taught with the Manhattan School of Music's distance learning program. He's taught at Luther College, and currently he is a lecturer in voice and the opera studio director in the Department of Music and Theater at Iowa State. Chad will be presenting music near and dear to his heart that he has been a part of on stage, as we just mentioned. Selections from Man of La Mancha for his opener. It includes Little Bird, Dulcinea, Man of La Mancha, and The Impossible Dream. Chad Sonka.
I see heaven when I see Hear me now, oh thou bleak and unbearable world, thou art base and debauched as can be. And the knight with his banner all bravely unfurled now hurls down his gauntlet to thee. I am Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, destroyer of evil am I will march to the sound of the trumpets of glory, forever to conquer or die. I am Don Quixote, the Lord of La Mancha, my destiny calls and I go, and the wild winds of fortune will carry me onward, oh whithersoever they blow. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave do not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable stars. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scored and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable
Yes, Sonka. And he's not done yet. That was the warm-up. Kev will now be joining the band with an opera selection from Faust by Charles Gounod. In the opera Faust, the character Valentin has been called off to war. He's not worried about what will happen to him because of a sacred medallion that he has been given. However, he is worried because there will be no one to protect his sister at home while he is gone. He asks God to take care of her while he fights, and he declares that he shall fight valiantly for his country, and if he dies, he prays that he will be allowed to watch over his sister from heaven. This is called Avant de quitter ce lieu. Cher Sonka.
chez la gloire, c'est les ennemis. Le premier, le plus brave, au fort de la mêlée, j'irai combattre pour mon pays. Et si lui Dieu me rappelle, je veillerai sur toi fidèle. Oh, Marguerite, avant de quitter
Guest vocal soloist, Sonka. Always happy to work with our local media connections and give a shout out to them as well. 1430 KASI, News Talk 1430 KASI. We are live right there, right now. And don't forget, you can also listen to a rebroadcast of this concert Sunday morning at 9 o'clock and Thursday mornings during Mel in the Morning. Mel has Doc Golemo in the studio live with them, and they always talk about the concert coming up that night. And Ames Channel 12 on the job here this evening. And don't forget, you can catch the concerts on Ames Channel 12. I'm told along about Tuesday of next week is when this concert should probably be available, but check the listings to be sure. And don't forget, you can go to the Ames Channel 12 Facebook page and bring up all kinds of present and past Ames Municipal Band concerts. Formed in LA in 1965, The Doors, with lead vocalist Jim Morrison, very quickly became one of the most iconic and most controversial rock bands of the late 60s and early 70s, due primarily, of course, to Morrison's often erratic and unpredictable behavior and run-ins with police at concert venues more than once. Despite the reputation, The Doors turned out some of the most memorable music ever from the rock era. Tonight we spotlight The Doors hits Touch Me, Light My Fire, Riders on the Storm, Hello, I Love You, and Love Her Madly. And what promises to be a much more family-friendly performance. Here's the Ames Municipal Band with The Doors in concert. Well, whereas many instruments evolved over hundreds of years, the clarinet is an exception to that rule. Though its basic idea can be traced to recorder-type instruments of long ago, it was actually a purpose-built instrument in the 1700s by German company C.H. Denner. In more recent centuries, it has evolved into a few distinct forms, with one form used by the majority of the world today. Clarinet, of course, a very important part of any wind band, and the Ames Municipal Band has always boasted excellent clarinet artists. And tonight, we spotlight three of them in a selection written for three clarinets called waltzing clarinets. And let's meet our clarinetists right now. Brenna O'Donoghue, DiSpirito, and Kristi Heinberg. They are front and center, ready to go. It's time to dance with the woodwinds. This is waltzing clarinets. All we needed was some bubbles, and we could have pretended we were on the Lawrence Smoke Show. 1 and 2. We have a few birthday wishes we want to pass along to you here tonight. A couple of birthday wishes and another special wish. Sarah Baker. Speaking of clarinet, Sarah Baker in the clarinet section having a birthday tonight. There she is. And how about Tammy Kaufman, who plays the saxophone in the Ames Municipal Band, and she, by the way, the co-leader of the Boone Big Band that provided our pre-concert entertainment here this evening. And we also want to pass along very special wishes to Karina Snyder in the flute section. She's getting married on Saturday. Congratulations. A lot of happiness going on in the Ames Municipal Band here this evening, and I'm sure out there with you as well. Ambroise Thomas was a Parisian composer of operas. Oh, you know what? Before we get on to that, we're going to play Happy Birthday. Ambroise Thomas did not write Happy Birthday, I don't think. Anyway, we're going to play it right now for you. Sarah and Tammy. Sing along with us now. Here we go. But we will not be playing the wedding march for Karina. Sorry, Karina. Back to where we were. Ambroise Thomas, a Parisian composer of operas, most of them comic operas. And really ironic, earlier this evening I was watching a recent episode of Jeopardy, and by golly, there was a question involving Ambroise Thomas. And I rewound it, and I listened to Trebek say the question a second time because I wanted to make sure I got the pronunciation of his first name correct. And Trebek said Ambroise, so that's good enough for me. Because I don't know about you, but as far as I'm concerned, what Trebek says is golden. So, as a student in the Paris Conservatory, he won the top music prize in France, the Prix de Rome, and he went on to write more than 20 operas. A lot of his work was actually neglected during the 20th century, but has seen a resurgence in more recent years. And tonight, we are pleased to continue that trend with his overture from the opera Raymond. We'd like everybody to please note that next Thursday, as you've probably figured out already, looking at the calendar, is July 4th. Because of that, we're going to be operating on a different schedule next Thursday night. The band will present a concert here at Bandshell Park, but we will begin 1 hour earlier. We will begin at 7 p.m. There will be no pre-concert entertainment next Thursday night. Just the full band only, starting at 7 p.m. We want to make sure everybody has some time left in their evening to go do whatever you might have planned, go watch some other fireworks or any other festivities you have planned. And for our next number, to introduce it, I would like to call to the microphone our very own Golemo.
Thank you. We have a special guest with us this evening, and we'd like to ask him to guest conduct our hymn tune. His name is Don Ekstrand. He is from Pocahontas, Iowa. He is a graduate of Iowa State from a few decades ago, was in the marching band and served as a drum major with the marching band for 3 years. He is currently teaching at the Christian school in Tokyo, Japan. He's been there for over 20 years, has a terrific program, and next year the Iowa State University Wind Ensemble hopes to visit his school, perform there in Tokyo. And you may or may not know that the city of Ames has a sister city called Koshu City, which is just outside Tokyo. It's at kind of the base of Mount Fuji. And we've made connections with those folks, and we hope to connect with them and perform a concert for them as well. So it's a small world, isn't it? And we'd like to welcome to the podium and have him conduct our hymn. This is Don Ekstrand. Please welcome him.
Don will be conducting our hymn this evening, written by Scottish Anglican Henry Francis Lyte as a poem in 1847. He later set it to music as he was dying from tuberculosis and sadly passed away 3 weeks after finishing the work. It is most often sung to the tune of William Henry Monk's Eventide. Here is our hymn this evening, Abide With Me. Don Ekstrand, guest conducting our hymn tonight. In 1900, the United States Marine Band, under the direction of John Philip Sousa, represented the U.S. at the Exposition Universelle, the Paris Exposition, a special World's Fair type event. And it was the first time the Sousa Band had played overseas, so quite a momentous occasion. They played at an unveiling of a statue of Lafayette offering his sword to the cause of the Americans in the Revolutionary War. And Sousa wrote this march specifically for that event and dedicated it that day in 1900. This is called Hail to the Spirit of Liberty. Under the direction of Dr. Michael Golemo, your Ames Municipal Band. Once again, thank you for being here with us. Once again, don't forget, next Thursday night, we are starting at 7 o'clock and no pre-concert entertainment. That will be our very special Independence Day concert right on Independence Day. I'm John Burnett-Larkins. On behalf of all the members of the Ames Municipal Band, good night, everyone.